This is music, and this is just a teeny tiny update video. Welcome to another haul/update video. Not too long ago, and that is actually in December, so it is probably quite a long time ago when you watch this video, but I'm shooting this in December. But we went downtown Frederiksberg. Frederiksberg is an interesting it's a municipality, an enclave surrounded by Copenhagen. It's considered part of Copenhagen, but it is actually its own municipality. But we went downtown Frederiksberg to do some shopping, and we decided to drop by Mint Records, one of the record shops in Frederiksberg, to see if they had anything worth picking up, and they did. Grabbed a couple of cassette tapes and some vinyl records. So the cassette tapes up first, Three of a Perfect Pair by King Crimson. So some progressive rock, pretty cool black cassette tape here. And yeah, they don't have that many cassette tapes, but I actually managed to find something this time. And I also found this Irish release of Sabotage by Black Sabbath. I'm not quite sure how it ended up in Frederiksberg, but it did. I actually quite like this kind of gray finish. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. They weren't too expensive, so that's nice. Okay, moving on to the vinyl. Up first, Bad English. I think it's hard rock. They look borderline glam, but I think it's straight up hard rock. I actually don't know them. I've heard a lot about them, so it wasn't too expensive, so I decided to grab this one. And here's I don't know why this was in the second-hand section. It was sealed. I have unsealed it. We Will Get What We Deserve by Detest, death metal. They released an album back in the 90s called Dorval, which I need to pick up, but I saw this one in the second-hand record section. It was sealed. I decided to pick it up, and I have not regretted that, so that is awesome. Up next, Diano. This one was interesting. This one, when we just came into the shop, as soon as we went in through the door, I saw this one sitting under one of their display tables. It was just sitting under it. So I think they hadn't processed it yet. So it wasn't ready to be sold, but I decided to just take a chance. So I grabbed it and, took it around with me in the shop and so pick up some more stuff. And when I had found the stuff I wanted to buy, I went up to pay, and I told him, I just grabbed this one from under the table over there, so I don't even know if I can do that. And he said, let me just check, because very often in record stores, even if they haven't processed it yet, if you show an interest in, not all the time, but if you show an interest in buying it, they might be willing to sell it to you. So I could see that he looked it up on Discogs, and I thought, Discogs, so this might be expensive. And I also saw he took out the record from the sleeve, because he had to, find the catalog number so he could look it up on Discogs. And I could see the record was quite dirty. But he looked it up and he said, you know what, just make it 100 Danish kroner, which isn't too bad. It's like 10 to 12 pounds, euro, dollars. So I thought, yeah, okay, that's fine. I would probably prefer to go for cheaper, but that's fine. It's not a bad price. But then when he had sort of added everything up together, he said, you know what, let's just deduct 50 kroner. So that's another 5 to 7 pounds, dollars, euro that he deducted. So technically it means I got this one for 50 Danish kroner, which is not bad. That's a very good deal, even if it was dirty. So I felt very good about that. Now, This is not at all like Iron Maiden. It's more like melodic hard rock, but I do like melodic hard rock as well, so I'm fine with that, especially at that price. And up last, Stacked Up by Censor. This is a double LP album. This was kind of an industrial rap metal band from the 90s, an English one. So it was kind of different from the, well, actually, most of the rap metal that was out in the 90s was actually quite original. It wasn't like later on you had a lot of new metal where a lot of the bands sounded alike, and then you had a couple of original ones. I think the first wave of rap metal bands proper, they were actually quite innovative. And this one has a really cool song on it called No Comply. And there's some other really cool songs on it. So I had to grab this one when I saw it. So yeah, just a small haul, some cassette tapes, the Diano album, which I got really cheap at the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons why I like shopping there, is that they are kind of large with their prices, to make it easier for everyone. So if it's like 550 kroner, they might just go, well, no, let's just make it 500 kroner straight up. So I appreciate that. That's a good deal. So yeah, Diano, 50 Danish kroner at the end of the day. I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching.